and other genders. My name is Mr.TitaniumMan here, and today we're looking at some customization options for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, specifically class customizations. And here is the starting out menu, and there's a lot of stuff to go over, so if you stay tuned you'll see pretty much everything, So let's begin. So this kind of setup is similar to the Black Ops 2 setup, where it was kind of the base 10 setup, where you had 10 different options, not including the primary and secondary. But in this setup, I believe it does, and it's base 13, which is much more interesting in my opinion. First off, you have your primary weapon, and you have 3 possible attachments. You have your secondary weapon with 2 possible attachments. You have a possibility of 2 perks for the perk 1, perk 2, and perk 3, no longer like Call of Duty Ghosts where you have all these random perks in one bunch, certainly assigned. And then you have your exo suit ability and your exo launcher. Next, over to the right of that, you have the score streaks. If you didn't know, they do have score streaks now, and you can have up to 4. Also, at the very bottom, you have different wild cards, which in Black Ops 2 allows you to have either an extra perk, an extra perk for 1, 2, or 3 in Black Ops 2, an extra lethal, an extra tactical, 2 primary weapons, stuff like that. So we can assume that we're gonna have something like that. And probably there will be an extra score streak thing. So with this base 13, you can probably have, a normal 2 perks. 2 attachments for your primary firearm or whatever, and then 1 perk for your sidearm. That would equal 5 in total, so now you're down to 8, I'm gonna say. And then you have 3 perks, so that's down to 5 now, and you have your 2 grenades and then 3 score streaks, so that's 5 more, and you got 13 right there. So it kind of makes sense. It's going to be able to rearrange things. Say you only want 1 score streak and you want more perks, you can now have only up to 6 perks, not necessarily 11 slots like in Ghosts. So let's move on and talk about the primary firearm. So with the primary firearms, you have your assault rifles, you have your submachine guns, your sniper rifles, shotguns, and now heavy weapons, which are probably going to be replacing the LMGs. Also, it's important to know that LMGs will also include the high-powered energy rifles, so that's kind of important to realize. Now with the attachments for primary firearms, or the assault rifles at least, we see only a couple here. I'm not going to go over everything because you can see, foregrip laser sights, the grip, the stock, we all know that, but some of these we're not really familiar with. So like the advanced rifle ring, that's going to increase your range, and the parabola microphone will replace the suppressor or silencer, and the target enhancer will act as the millimeter scope from Black Ops 2, which allows you to see enemies. Say they're in cloaking, then you can kind of see, they're there. Yeah, so there's that. Then we see the secondary weapons, and right now we currently only see pistols and launchers, but in the trailer they showed a crossbow. Maybe that's going to be a specialty. I personally don't know. It might not be available at the moment, but here we have 2 pistols. This currently, the RW1 is going to be the single shot insta-kill, which I'm kind of worried about. Maybe it'll have its ups and downs, but now let's take a look at the sidearm attachments. For the attachments, we can see the ACOG scope, advanced rifle ring, autofocus sight, the red dot sight, the scope, the tack knife, and the target enhancer, I think it is. Yeah, it's small on my screen, sorry guys. But, these are pretty basic things. The ACOG scope we've seen several times. Advanced rifle ring, that's kind of new. The autofocus sight, I don't know what that is, and I don't know what it is either, so the red dot sight, very common. The scope, it's probably just a little larger scope. The tack knife we've had before, and the target enhancers, going to be there now for sidearms, which is what we've seen in the trailer, so that's going to be interesting. So with perks, we see lightweight, low profile, danger close, overcharged, and flak jacket. And there are 5 here, 5 for every perks, like every 1, 2, and 3 perk. And low profile just makes you invisible to UAVs tracking. Lightweight makes you run faster, probably. Danger close probably makes your grenades more dangerous. in an aspect that they have a larger firing radius. Might be controversial, I don't know. Overcharged might be your exosuit can recharge faster or has a larger battery life, and Flak Jacket probably is where you can absorb more blast damage from, say, a grenade or something. Then with perk 2 we have Paraphilas, Blind Eye, Cold Blooded, Fast Hands, and Gung Ho. And Paraphilas is one of those new things. It basically makes it so you have more map coverage. It's like takedown from Ghost also, in which you cannot be seen when you take down an enemy on the map. Blind Eye, unable to be seen by any scorestreak except UAV. Cold Blooded, unable to be seen through thermal optics and UAV, I believe. Fast Hands allows you to run faster with your weapon, I believe. Or something with your weapon, I can't remember. And I could not find anything for the 5th one, so let's move on. For perk 3 we have 5 more perks: Toughness, Scavenger, Blast Suppressor, Hardwired, and Hardline. And Toughness, less likely to flinch. Scavenger, you can pick up packs. Blast Suppressor is just the new ninja. Hardwired, you are able to be undetected by UAV. Hardline is requires less score to be able to get next score streaks, so that's pretty cool. And let's move on. With the Exo Shield abilities, we have the Exo Shield, the Exo Overcloak, the Exo Stim, the Exo Cloak, the Exo Hover, the Exo Ping, and the Exo Trophy. Now the shield is the thing that comes out of your arm. It was in the trailer where he blocks bullets for a period of time. I have no idea what Overcloak is, or Stim. The Cloak is probably the camouflage ability. The Hover probably allows you to hover or do extra boost jump ability. The Ping, again, no idea. And the Trophy system is probably a trophy system where, you use it and then, explosives can't hit you for 2 times or whatever, or when you use it you're immune to explosives. So it's kind of canceling out that blast shield maybe. I don't know. Then we have the Exo Launcher, which has the frag grenade, the stun grenade, the explosive drone, the tracking drone, the Semtex grenade, the threat grenade, the EMP grenade, the smoke grenade, the variable grenade, which actually is a morph of the, the stun, the EMP, threat, and smoke grenades, which is pretty cool, and the spike drone, which I believe is just a throwing knife, but it's a spike thing that you can actually retrieve like a boomerang almost. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how the variable grenade's gonna work, and the threat grenade, I believe, allows you to see enemies like through walls if they're using the Exo Cloak ability. Maybe you can see them. I believe that's true though. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this all works together. I mean, is this gonna be the rotating grenade thing that you can like rotate like they showed before in the trailer? Who knows? Then finally we have the score streaks, which include the UAV, which is a UAV no longer SATCOMs, yay. The orbital care package, which is just a care package launched from space. The remote turret, which I don't know if that is just a remote turret which you have to control, or if it's a sentry gun. The XS1 Vulcan, which I believe is like a Blackbird or the orbital VSAT. Hopefully it is. Maybe it's something lethal. I don't know. Then the Warbird. Then the XS1 Goliath, which is kind of that big mech suit. And then the Paladin, which I believe is that huge laser beam thing that's like Loki almost from Ghosts. So I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. Also, check out some other stuff for Call of Duty Ghosts, including about that special new mode that's coming up. I'll put a link to that video in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a nice day.